Cowardice, savagery, and dependency of Israeli regime on the United States. Hey, good afternoon. This is T West with Synergy News. One thing is this: the Israeli regime apparently cannot take on Iran by itself. It is in constant need of assistance from the United States. The United States is sending its military assets into the area. Now it's a submarine, guided missile submarine that they're sending into the region. For what? To help the Israeli regime. Because the Israeli regime is apparently afraid of Iran. They killed the Hamas leader inside of Iran, the capital city of Iran, Tehran. Assassinated him with a bomb that they had planted there in Iran, right under the Iranians' noses. But at the same time, you have the ongoing situation in Gaza, where more than 40,000 Palestinian men, women, and children have been slaughtered by the Israeli regime, Netanyahu and his goons. The most recent situation was the attack upon the school there in Gaza, killing at least 100 people, targeting civilians. The Israelis have been doing this for decades. And over the last several months in Gaza, they have been targeting women and children. Clearly, it is an extermination attempt. It is genocide. That's what it is. But yet, most of the world body, including the United Nations, they have not gone anywhere close to far enough in condemnation and especially with action against this genocide committed by the Israeli regime. Now, many of us, we know that the Israeli regime is backed by international bankers. We know that. That has been the case for the last 2 or 3 generations. These bankers control American politicians, British politicians, French politicians, German politicians. They control them. Now, speaking of Britain, France, and Germany, they're telling Iran to not retaliate. But what are they doing to tell their people? Now, Netanyahu's people are their people. These people are Europeans, these settlers in Palestine. They're settlers from Europe primarily. What are they doing to tell them not to carry out their deadly acts against the Palestinian people, even against Iranians? What are they doing? Now, I have to also say this too, because I've been meaning to say this. Former President Donald Trump, he bragged and he boasted about the assassination of Iranian General Soleimani. But yet, a few weeks ago, Donald Trump was within millimeters, well, centimeters actually, of losing his own life with a bullet. These things are not good. And sometimes, some people, they finally awaken to that when their own lives are flashing right before their very eyes. And I hope Donald Trump understands that. It is not good what the international bankers want American leaders, other leaders in Europe to do to people that they have traditionally colonized and enslaved. The Palestinian people, in some respects, what has happened and is happening to them happened to black people. Now, of course, the Palestinians are not slaves, but there are forms of tyranny that is just as bad and even sometimes worse than slavery. Even some forms of colonization was worse than slavery. So, again, Britain, France, and Germany, you demand that Iran not retaliate, but Iran will retaliate for the killing of the Hamas leader in Tehran. They will retaliate. But the United States, they're putting ships, submarines, and other military assets in the region to assist Iran. Well, Iran, Netanyahu, if you're so big and bad and tough, why can't you take on Iran yourself? Why can't you? Huh? Yeah. You're really not capable of doing that. You're capable of carrying out terrorist attacks, but you're not capable of taking on Iran yourself. You're a coward. You know that you will always have the United States to back you up. And then whenever in the future, whenever the United States no longer have the power to back you up, you then, like a parasite, you then have some other European nation to back you up. But that number is running out. Your end is inevitable. It's coming. It's coming for the crimes of your fathers, for the crimes that you currently commit right now. It's coming. This is Chi West with Afro Synergy News.